Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So we're talking about big projects. Chinese engineers have always been known for their amazing construction speed. Hey Jian, build incredible engineering projects. World-renowned Chinese engineers. They're like superheroes in construction. They are actively involved during the construction of the country by building large engineering projects to accommodate their country's growing population and rapidly advancing economy and technology in the vast land of China. Bridges and dams, not just a link between the two sides of the river, it is also a shining pearl of Chinese engineering technology. Let's experience it together today. China's amazing bridge building technology, and those choo-choo, a super dam on a river. But before we go any further, we implore you to pass. I like this video and subscribe to my channel to support us. We take your ideas very seriously and invites. Please share your views in the comments below. Not much to say. Let's start an extraordinary journey. So let's start with bridges. Bridges as the crystallization of human wisdom. It has been vividly displayed in China. From the ancient Jiaozhou Bridge to the modern Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, China's bridge construction technology already at the forefront of the world. Every bridge is an epic. It records the hard work of the Chinese people, and wisdom creates. From the ancient Jiaozhou Bridge, with its unique arched structure, an exquisite stone carving art shows the wisdom and ingenuity of the ancients, to the modern Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, with its massive scale, sophisticated technologies, and innovative ideas. It has become a wonder in the history of world bridges. This bridge not only connects Hong Kong, Macau, and Zhuhai, it also shows that China is a leader in the field of modern bridge construction. Status Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge crossing the sea, gradually sink into the water. At its submerged terminus, 33 giant tunnel pipes sank to the bottom of the sea in turn, forming a 6.7-kilometer long underwater tunnel. The tunnel not only leaves enough room at the sea surface, and it greatly reduces the impact of the structure on ocean currents. Artificial islands on both sides secured the undersea tunnel and seamless transition between connecting bridges. Through such a combination, the longest sea bridge in the world, in fact, in the vastness of the sea, opened a path. In addition to that, deep medium passage under construction. It's also China, a great example in the history of bridge construction. Miracle. The Shenzhen China corridor connects Shenzhen, Guangdong, and Zhongshan City. Among them, this 270-meter high bridge tower. Support. Beipanjiang Bridge with a span of up to 1,666 meters. Become the largest bridge in China's waters, especially in complex terrain conditions, like mountains and valleys. Stuck between the deep sea, Chinese bridge engineers, with excellent technology and unremitting efforts, created one miracle after another. They not only solved technical problems, showed the world the grandeur of Chinese bridges. So far, China has impressive bridges, more than any other country. But have you ever considered, every bridge has its own unique story? Beipanjiang Bridge. Beipanjiang Bridge is located at the junction of Yunnan and Guizhou provinces. It is one of the tallest bridges in the world. Bridge deck to river surface up to 565 meters. That's 200 stories tall. However, this bridge is in the eyes of the American media. It was labeled a copy, publicly questioned and ridiculed by American experts. The speed at which the bridge was built, he believes that China cannot rely solely on its own efforts to build such a spectacular project. must have copied American design and methods. This statement, not only for China's construction level and lack of understanding of innovation, it also means lightweight. China's development is truly amazing. Most Americans have no idea. How has China developed now? The extent to which the world has been amazed. America should be inspired by China. Learn from them, rather than demonizing them. Make them enemies of the United States. China is a model of hard work and dedication. This used to be an American value. China is also a good example. Explain when the government allocates resources, focusing on the best interests of the people, rather than diverting resources, focusing on wars with the rest of the world. Anything is possible. Then Beipanjiang Bridge. Is it really copying American technology? China is really incapable. Build such a bridge? Let's uncover the truth together. China is involved in bridge construction. It has a long history and rich experience, achieved many independent design and technical achievements. China is a land of bridges. It has the largest number of bridges in the world. Huge scale. Bridge construction. It is an important support for China's economic development. It is also the essence of Chinese engineering technology. Americans didn't want to believe. China, which they believe is still far behind. In just 3 years, build such an amazing bridge. The results of the field inspection by the expert group, beyond their imagination. China has not only completed this major project in 3 years. Bridge construction, he also broke several world records. The total length of Beipanjiang Bridge is 1,341.1 meters, adopt to a 4-lane standard. The design speed is 80 kilometers per hour, cost 1 billion, built with a variety of advanced technologies. So techy. Since its construction, the bridge not only optimizes the traffic environment between the two places, return the knot, the history of Zhuanwei and Shuicheng blocking the expressway. However, before building this bridge, due to the complex topography of the Beipanjiang area, bad climate. In addition, the Yunnan-Guizhou Plateau belongs to the mountain type. The road is bumpy. Therefore, residents on both sides of the strait can only travel between the two places on foot. The economy is lagging behind. To improve this situation, China has decided between the two places, build a canyon bridge. Since then, the Beipanjiang Bridge has gradually begun to travel. However, in the early stages of the project, but it has aroused many doubts and ridicule internationally. This also originates from the junction of the two provinces. The environment was extremely hostile. Caves everywhere. The difficulty and danger of construction can be imagined. At the same time, the bridge deck of the bridge design. The distance of the river is 565.4 meters. That's the height of a 200-story building, the tallest Millau viaduct in France, and almost 100 meters higher. For China, this is without a doubt a whole new challenge. Facing these world-class challenges, how did China overcome them one by one? So let's start with this. The bridge is located in the Koski landform. The mountains 10 kilometers along the river are densely covered with limestone. It's very hard. Can't bear the weight of the bridge. Only the bridge deck can be raised. However, caves are prone to collapse during construction. It had a huge impact on construction. To ensure the stability of the bridge, Chinese engineers initially planned to build a suspension bridge, but shipping large quantities of materials is difficult. So the technical team overturned the idea. Adopt it through the bridge. Connect the bridge deck by supporting steel cables. This approach is also known as a cable-stayed bridge, and they use cables to pull up the deck. The Beipanjiang Bridge uses a total of 244, a cable with a diameter of only 5.1 millimeters. Its tensile strength exceeds 1,860 MPa, far exceeds international standards. After solving this puzzle, encountered new challenges and problems. No matter what kind of suspension bridge is built, we'll use Mao Ding. This core component, it's the main girder bone of a suspension bridge. If the Beipanjiang Bridge also uses this component, you need to fill the cave in the mountain. Also on both sides of the bridge, constructed tens of thousands of square meters of concrete, but doing so would greatly upset the balance of the mountain. To avoid damaging the mountain, you can build cable bridges. Experts have come up with a bold new approach. Jurong Beipanjiang Bridge. Design with auxiliary piers. Take the piers on both sides as a guide. However, this brings new challenges to the height of the bridge. Even with innovative design, the bridge deck is still close to the ground. 100 meters high. The spire height is 2,461 feet, from valley to spire. Then the two Eiffel Towers, combined with free mews. And the bridge deck has to bear a weight of more than 52,310 tons. Such tolerance, that's the weight of 5 Titanic ships combined. So, the ball pier should not only play a supporting role, also need to withstand steel. The huge friction generated by the horizontal movement of the balance beam, it's very hard to do. After much discussion, Chinese engineers decided to give up this practice. The method of vertical shift suspension is adopted and run multiple computer simulations, ensuring the security of the program. When connecting bolts to steel beams, the construction team made a decision that broke with tradition and the use of plastic bolts. This move has also been met with many doubts. But it turns out, it was a visionary decision. After many comparisons and tests, Chinese engineers discovered plastic bolts are effective in terms of wear resistance and rust resistance, are better than iron bolts, greatly improved the wind and earthquake resistance of the bridge, and extend the service life. So this little piece of plastic, not only did it solve the 300 billion project problem abroad, it also decreases post-maintenance costs. The Beipanjiang Bridge also uses a large number of black technologies, using the latest scientific research findings, simulation analysis by computer, pre-demonstration through 3D modeling. After 3 years, the construction of the Beipanjiang Bridge was completed in 2015 and opened to traffic smoothly. In 2018, the 35th, the National Bridge Congress's Nobel Prize won the title of the world's tallest bridge, Siduhe River Bridge. Siduhe River Bridge. It's a magnificent suspension bridge. It is characterized by its unique construction method, became the focus of the world's attention. In the history of bridge construction, he introduced rocket technology for the first time. To deliver the pilot cable, accomplished this unprecedented feat. The bridges to heavy steel cables. Standing in the canyon like to dragons. They are composed of tens of thousands of tons of high-strength steel wire are woven. It's sturdy, firmly fixed on the piers on both sides of the river. These cables hang down from the main cables, connected to the bridge like countless life infras, carrying cars and pedestrians coming and going, guarantee their safe passage. However, during the construction of this bridge, engineers face tremendous challenges. Before laying the main cable, a pilot cable must first be to the other side of the canyon. The task seems simple. It's hard. The span of the Siduhe River Bridge reaches thousands of meters. The canyons on either side are steep and steep. Avoiding shipping is simply impossible. At the same time, due to the complex terrain of the canyon, It was very windy. Helicopters cannot be safely transported by air. Pilot cable. Facing this dilemma, the Chinese engineers did not back down. They are well thought out. Finally, I came up with a bold and innovative solution. Rockets are used to transport the pilot cable. It's a crazy idea, but the ingenious ideas of Chinese engineers and bold innovation, he became reality. Engineers communicate with nearby garrisons, acquired a military rocket. Then they replaced the bulletin board with a lead wire. After orchestrating and preparing, the rocket successfully dropped the Nijima Hydro, sent to the other side of the canyon. This innovative solution not only did it solve a major problem in the construction of the bridge, and it fully demonstrates the wisdom of Chinese engineers. Huge innovation ability. Construction of Siduhe River Bridge. It was ingeniously conceived by Chinese engineers, and the fruits of bold innovation. He had a huge international response. Many international bridge experts say, never thought of it before. They can use rocket technology to build bridges. This bridge, it is not just a transportation hub connecting the two sides of the strait. It is also a symbol of the wisdom and innovation of Chinese engineers. He showed the world China is on the bridge, leading position and strong strength in the construction field, but also for future bridge construction. Provides valuable experience and discrimination. Construction of Siduhe River Bridge. It not only highlights the excellence of Chinese engineers, innovation ability, also a global bridge. The construction field has brought a revolutionary solution, although Chinese engineers make this technology public. However, due to its high requirements and difficulty, there are no other bridges yet. Worldwide, we use the same technology for construction. This allows the Siduhe River Bridge to remain in place, the only one in the world built using rocket technology. The status of the bridge. This achievement not only has it won an international reputation for Chinese engineers, also let those who used to Western countries that despise Chinese technology impressed. They have to sigh. Innovation in China. Strength has stood at the forefront of the world. As a shining pearl of technological innovation, the bridge serves China on the global stage. Establish a new image. Demonstrates the growing national strength and technological strength, comparable to bridges and China's mega dams. These dams, lying on the river like a dragon, regulating the flow of water, bringing fertile irrigation to the Chinese people, and clean energy. From the Three Gorges Dam to the Beipanjiang Dam, every dam are the pinnacle of Chinese engineering. They not only have strong flood defenses, multiple functions such as power generation and irrigation, it also shows the Chinese people respect for and use of nature. Behind these dams consists of countless engineers and the wisdom and sweat of the working people. They use their own hands, writing a brilliant chapter in China's dam construction. Beipanjiang Hydropower Station. This name has gained popularity in recent years. It is not just a part of China's hydropower project, Shangbei. It is a miracle in the history of global hydropower construction. Its maximum height is 289 meters, equivalent to a 100-story skyscraper, but its narrowest point at the top is only 14 meters wide. Although the dam is extremely slender, but this dam, it can withstand 16.5 million tons of thrust, enough to move more than 15,000 pieces. Long March 5th rocket sent to the sky. How did he do it? Maybe we can look at it from a different perspective. Find the answer. View from above. Beipanjiang Dam adopts arched structure. Commonly known as arch dam, this structure can transfer the thrust of the current to the sides of the mountain. Since mountains share the load, arch dams don't need to be as massive as gravity dams. Dale keeps it stable. Arch dam as superstatic structure. It's highly secure. Its overload capacity can reach the design level, more than 10 times the load. Beipanjiang Hydropower Station is located in the lower reaches of Jinsha River. It is the largest under construction in the world, the most technically difficult hydropower project. Its completion, China's energy structure, and flood control of the Yangtze River, shipping and other aspects have a profound impact. But we won't talk about these high-profile topics today. Let's talk about those shocks. The mind-blowing concrete pouring process. Pouring process of Beipanjiang Dam. An engineering marvel. Imagine that. To build this dam, the total amount of concrete required, enough to build 25 Shanghai Tower towers. The scale is amazing. And the way it's poured is even more eye-catching. 7 giant cables working together, lifting a tank filled with 30 tons of concrete, spanning hundreds of meters of gorge. Precise pouring. It's not just a test of technical mastery. It also shows the wisdom and courage of engineers. To ensure the structural integrity of the dam, the engineers decided adopt a one-time pouring method. This means that over a period of up to 1,500 days, workers have to work around the clock, pouring without stopping. To meet the dam's demand for stone, the amount of explosives used by engineers to mine rocks, equivalent to the yield of a light atomic bomb, up to 200 dump trucks per day. Walking through the construction site, send these stones to the stone factory in a steady stream. Perform processing. However, during the concrete pouring process, how to prevent heat of hydration from causing dam temperatures to rise, and that creates cracks, became a great problem to solve. Chinese engineers showed their innovative spirit. They used a low-heat cement and strictly screened the food intake. The crack resistance of concrete has been greatly enhanced. During the mixing process, the engineers also added crushed ice to ensure concrete can maintain a low temperature of 6 degrees Celsius. And not only that, vehicles responsible for transporting concrete, all equipped with thermal insulation, to ensure when the concrete arrives at the pouring site, the temperature can be controlled at 12 degrees Celsius. For better control of dam temperature, engineers also poured the dam in blocks. And by installing a temperature sensor, and field workers constantly measure the temperature of each area. The measurement data, real-time upload to the central control system. This control system, it's like the nervous system of a dam, responsible for collecting and analyzing various information, including excavation, grouting, concrete pouring, and other data. Once a building area is found to have an abnormal temperature, central control system immediately start the buried water pipe, automatic cooling, to ensure that the construction of the dam can proceed smoothly. Next, we come to the other end of the dam construction. We see it. Chinese engineers are currently devoted to a spectacular project. To dig up giant holograms in order to install the world's most large generator set, facing how to 16 gigantic million-kilowatt generator sets embedded into the structure and unstable mountains. The challenges in the body. They did an amazing job. The professionalism and wisdom of Sai. The engineers first went up and down the mountain. Each built a 438-meter-long one. A huge space 34 meters wide and 89 meters high. This is large enough to accommodate a Liaoning ship. The amount of sand and gravel excavated enough to fill 2 Hangzhou West lakes. However, in the mountains of the 2 staggered belts, digging such a huge space and ensure its stability, certainly a daunting task. To ensure safety, the engineers decided jade grouting of the mountain before excavation. It's like gluing a loose mountain glued into a solid hole. At the same time they are in front, more than 4,000 sets of detectors were installed on the back mountain. These instruments are keen sentinels. Monitor any small changes in the mountain at all times. Once there is a safe, the testing center will immediately issue an early warning. Under the premise of ensuring safety, the engineers began the dynamic excavation work. They cleverly excavated the cave into 10 floors, stratified excavation from top to bottom, grouting the rock wall with each layer dug. In this way, the cave history built is like a solid fortress, indestructible. When you reach the 4th floor, according to design requirements, a huge overhead crane needs to be installed. The function of this crane is to install for the next hydroelectric generator set. Provide convenience. Hydro generator set. It's a turbine and a generator. Its working principle is to divert the water from the dam, 200 meters high water inlet hole introduction, through huge pipes on both sides of the dam, into the shell of the spiral structure that drives the turbine, converting the impact of water into mechanical energy, and that drives the generators. To withstand tremendous water pressure, the shell is made of special steel and turn 1 million kilowatt generator. You need a very big wheel. It's the hardest thing in the world to make. This 350-ton water wheel, it is the core component of the Beipanjiang Dam generator set. In accordance with safety standards, the requirements for the dynamic balance of a water wheel are extremely strict. The deviation per kilogram cannot exceed 1.5 grams per millimeter. It's incredibly difficult to make, but Chinese engineers are not backing down. It took them 5 years. Finally built the world's largest wheel. Runner from top to top, lower ring, and 15 blades weighing up to 11 tons were welded. The whole process requires consumption, more than tens of tons of welding wire. And during the welding process, the runner needs to be heated to 120 degrees Celsius to start welding. This is for the welding master. It's a huge challenge. After welding is completed, the wheel goes through a series of rigorous tests. Ensure maximum performance. After the good state, he will be sent to the cavern of the dam for installation. Inside the cave, the overhead crane that can lift 1,300 tons will play a key role. It lifts the wheel steadily and installed inside the hydro generator. After the water wheel is installed, the next step is to install a diameter of 16.2 meters. Generator rotor for meters high and weighing up to 2,100 tons. This series of installations requires extreme precision and rigorous operating procedures to ensure the safety of the generator set. Stable operation. When it comes to the bridge that can only lift 1,300 tons, crane, you may have some doubts. How to be competent to hang? What about this 2,100-ton behemoth? But the wisdom of the engineers, always beyond our imagination. They cleverly merged the 2 overhead cranes, formed a powerful force. And here's what's even more surprising. They decided to hire a female operator. Take control of this merged crane. Such an arrangement, perhaps confusing many people. Why choose women to drive such large cars? What about lifting equipment? Is it because women have unique advantages in certain aspects? Maybe they were more attentive. Patience, ability to maintain calm during complex operations, and stable ore. It's just about breaking down gender barriers. Let more people see it. The strength and attractiveness of women in engineering. Anyway, the female operator. They all demonstrated amazing technology. He's going to take this 2,100-ton rotor, adjust to a height of 6 meters, and at a distance of more than 300 meters, move steadily to the installation position. This requires extreme precision and stability. But he did. And the whole process took nearly an hour. However, this is just the beginning of the challenge. The distance between the generator nail and the rotor, only 5 centimeters away. This is for crane operators. It was a huge test. Slightly wrong pull. It could lead to the failure of the entire project. But fortunately, he has 12 years of driving experience. With a wealth of experience and close cooperation with ground personnel, he successfully installed the rotor into the predetermined position. It is these who dare to innovate, Chinese engineers who dare to challenge themselves with their wisdom and courage. And they've created projects that have taken the world by surprise. Miracles they not only demonstrates the excellence of Chinese engineering technology, show the world the courage and commitment of Chinese engineers. China's bridges and dams. It is a shining pearl of Chinese engineering technology. It is also the crystallization of the wisdom of the Chinese people. They see. It testifies to the brilliant achievements of China's engineering construction. Also revealed to the world the charm of Chinese engineering technology. In the future, we have reason to believe China will continue to build bridges and dams, create more miracles. China is a resilient country, a determined nation. He has always earned great respect. Hardworking people demonstrate perseverance, the essence of dedication, despite the challenges, suffer deep pain, but they never stopped pursuing greatness. China's indomitable spirit. They demonstrate their strong commitment to excellence. In times of trouble, China's unswerving human heritage shines brightly. Their profound philosophical insights encapsulate compassion, the essence of empathy and unity. Chinese philosophy of life. It's an infinite source of wisdom. Guide people to a deeper understanding of human experience. China is rich in historical and cultural heritage, leaving an indelible mark on the world. The achievements of the people and the relentless pursuit of progress. He is admired and feared. They are unwavering. Let China become the best country. It resonated with millions of people. China's contributions to humanity are truly exceptional. From revolutionary advances in technology and science, to promote in a rapidly changing world, peace and harmony, China has proven to be a guiding light for humanity. Deep-rooted values in Chinese culture. If you respect integrity and honor, become a sensitive beacon for people around the world. Let's bless China, one who overcomes all difficulties, a country that continues to grow and prosper. Let's cherish their commitment to humanity and their contribution to the betterment of the country and the world, and make unremitting efforts. China's unswerving spirit and a deep understanding of human nature make them feel admiration and respect. May China continue to shine brightly, leading humanity towards a better future, a more compassionate future.